For someone who's been a fixture on television for more than 3 decades, Kelly Ripa has mastered the art of preparation, from early morning wake-ups for Live with Kelly and Mark to red carpet appearances that demand precision, poise, and, yes, sometimes a little creative dietary strategy. But this year's Oscars took that preparation to a whole new level. In a playful yet surprisingly intense experiment, Ripa revealed that she decided to eat like Mark, her husband, actor and co-host Mark Consuelos, for 3 days leading up to the big night. The goal? To squeeze into a jaw-dropping couture gown that she described as a little less forgiving than advertised. What started as a lighthearted idea turned into a mini science project, a couple's bonding experience, and a hilarious reminder that even Hollywood's fittest power couples can be human when it comes to red carpet prep. The dress that sparked the challenge. Kelly's gown, a sleek, metallic Versace number with structured shoulders and a cinched waist, had been custom-fitted weeks earlier. But as the big night loomed, she admitted on Live that it suddenly felt a smidge tighter than it remembered. "I don't know if my dress shrank or if my ribcage expanded in sympathy for all the bread I'd been smelling in New York City," she joked, hands animatedly describing the fit of the gown. "Either way, I was like, okay, drastic times, drastic measures." Mark, ever the picture of discipline, known for his morning workouts, protein-heavy meals, and no-nonsense attitude toward diet, offered a simple solution: just eat like me for a few days. Ripa, never one to back down from a challenge, said she decided to test it out. 3 days. I told him, fine. I'll go full Consuelos. Mark's menu. Spartan simplicity. To understand what full Consuelos meant, one has to look at Mark's day-to-day routine. As Ripa described it, Mark eats like a disciplined superhero. If it's not grilled, green, or Greek yogurt, it's not on the plate. His typical day starts with black coffee, no milk, no sugar, no joy, Kelly quipped, followed by an intense workout and a breakfast of egg whites, spinach, and avocado. Lunch might be grilled chicken with quinoa or a salad the size of a beach towel, and dinner is usually salmon or steak with steamed vegetables. There's never dessert. I think Mark's idea of dessert is brushing his teeth with mint toothpaste and calling it a day, Kelly teased on the show. Still, she was determined. I told myself, if I can live with Mark for 28 years, I can eat like him for 72 hours. How hard could it be? Day 1. The Black Coffee Awakening. Ripa's experiment began on a Friday morning, and the first hurdle hit before 7 a.m. "I opened my eyes and immediately missed oat milk," she confessed with a laugh. "I took one sip of his coffee and thought, so this is what punishment tastes like." But as the day went on, she found herself oddly invigorated. The clean eating, the hydration, the mental focus, "I felt like I could run a marathon or join the CIA," she joked. That night, the couple sat down to dinner together, both eating grilled salmon with broccoli. "It was our most synchronized meal in years," Kelly said. "Usually, I'm twirling pasta while he's eating air and positivity. By bedtime, though, the sugar cravings hit. I would have traded one of my People's Choice Awards for a chocolate chip cookie," she admitted. Day 2. The Protein Plateau. By Saturday morning, Kelly's enthusiasm had been replaced with mild resentment and hunger. Mark bounced out of bed like a Labrador retriever. I, meanwhile, was eyeing the box of cereal like it was forbidden treasure, she shared. But something shifted by midday. As her body adjusted, she noticed she wasn't bloated, her energy was steady, and her focus, despite the caffeine withdrawal, was sharp. I looked in the mirror and said, "Okay, maybe there's something to this madness," she said. That evening, the pair cooked together, a rarity in the Ripa Consuelos household where schedules often clash. We grilled chicken and zucchini, and for the first time, I understood why Mark is so smugly happy after dinner. "You don't feel weighed down. You feel like you can still go out and dance." Of course, they didn't. Kelly joked she fell asleep mid-conversation by 9:30. Day 3. The Transformation. By Sunday morning, Oscars Day, Kelly woke up feeling surprisingly refreshed. Something miraculous happened. My dress fit perfectly, like it had been waiting for me to find my inner Consuelos, she said on Live the next morning, holding up a photo of her and Mark on the red carpet, both glowing. Mark, for his part, chimed in during the broadcast, "You looked amazing. I told you, it's not just about what you eat, it's about discipline, hydration, balance." Kelly rolled her eyes. "You forgot misery. Misery is the secret ingredient." Still, she admitted that the diet experiment made her rethink some of her habits. "I realized I snack a lot, not out of hunger, but out of habit. And eating like Mark forced me to pay attention. It's mindful eating, just with fewer carbohydrates and less joy. The Oscars night glow. When the couple hit the Oscars red carpet, all of Kelly's efforts, and Mark's influence, paid off. The Versace gown shimmered under the lights, hugging her figure in all the right places. It was one of those dresses that required perfect posture and zero dessert regrets, she later joked in an interview with Entertainment Tonight. But honestly, I felt good. And that's what matters. Photos from the night show the pair arm in arm, beaming, the image of confidence and compatibility. I always joke that Mark is my built-in fitness coach, Kelly said. But he's also my biggest supporter. He never pressures me, he just inspires me to be my best self, even when I'm grumbling about his breakfast choices. Social media buzz. When Kelly shared her 3-day husband diet story on Live and Instagram, fans couldn't get enough. The comments section exploded with both admiration and laughter. Kelly Ripa doing the Mark Consuelo's diet needs to be a reality show, one fan wrote. Another quipped, I tried eating like my husband once, I lasted until lunch. Nutritionists even weighed in, noting that Ripa's experiment, while short-term, highlighted the value of protein-heavy, low-processed diets provided they're approached sensibly. She's not advocating extremes, said celebrity nutritionist Dr. Dana Walker. What Kelly did was a mindful reset. It brought awareness to her habits and reminded her how food impacts energy, focus, and fit. Plus, it's great couple bonding. A lesson in balance and humor. After the Oscars, Ripa confessed that she didn't keep up the strict Consuelo's regimen. I made it to Monday before I reunited with a piece of sourdough bread, she laughed. It was emotional. We hugged. But she did say she's more conscious now of balance, and more appreciative of how Mark maintains his consistency. Mark's discipline is incredible, but so is his mindset, Kelly explained. He doesn't eat that way because he's punishing himself. He eats that way because he wants to feel good. That's what I took away from this little experiment. It's not about the dress. It's about feeling capable, strong, and connected to your body. And in typical Ripa fashion, she couldn't resist adding a punchline. Also, it's about realizing I'd rather get my dresses let out next year than give up pancakes again. Mark's take. Pride and amusement. When Mark was asked how he felt about his wife adopting his diet, even temporarily, he smiled knowingly. She was a champ, he told People. I didn't think she'd make it through day one without coffee creamer, but she did it. And she looked absolutely stunning. I always tell her she doesn't need to change anything, but if she's going to do something, she's going to do it 110%. That's Kelly. He also noted that the experience gave him a new appreciation for her humor. Only Kelly could turn grilled chicken into a comedy routine, he laughed. I think she should write a book called Eat Like Your Husband, Cry Like a Queen. After the Oscars, pizza and perspective. True to form, the couple celebrated their Oscars night success not with kale, but with pizza. We got home, took off the fancy clothes, and immediately ordered a large pie, Kelly revealed. That first bite was heaven. It was like my taste buds through a parade. But amid the laughter, Ripa reflected on something deeper. I've always been open about my health and habits because I think it's important to be honest. People see red carpets and think it's all effortless, it's not. It's work, it's choices, it's trade-offs. But it's also about not taking yourself too seriously. She paused and smiled. If you can't laugh while you're counting almonds, what's the point? The couple that eats together, laughs together. The Ripa Consuelos duo has long been admired for their chemistry, both on and off the screen. From their flirty on-air banter to their candid social media posts, they've managed to balance glamour with groundedness. And this story, the 3-day husband diet challenge, is a perfect example of their dynamic, equal parts affection, competitiveness, and comedy. Marriage is about trying new things, Kelly said with a wink. Sometimes it's a new restaurant, sometimes it's your husband's weird diet. Either way, you learn something. In this case, what she learned was simple. Mark's routine may not be for everyone, but a little discipline, sprinkled with humor and love, can go a long way toward making anyone feel red carpet ready. Kelly's final word. By the time she wrapped up her story on Live, Kelly had the audience, and Mark, in stitches. I've decided I'm going to write a letter to Versace, she said, asking them to make all their gowns stretchable and carb-friendly. It's the humane thing to do. The audience roared with laughter, and even Mark couldn't hide his grin. Until then, Kelly added, I'll keep eating like Mark, for maybe 3 hours at a time. It's that combination of honesty, humor, and unfiltered relatability that keeps fans coming back to Kelly Ripa, and proves that even in the glamorous world of Hollywood, the most memorable moments often come from a simple, shared meal, or 3 days of black coffee and broccoli.